why play Taph? Well, he's the first ever survivor who can use traps as abilities, with one of them being a great stun trap, and he can give great and easy intel with his teammates. However, you need to master trap placement and find less predictable spots for them. And the abilities have long cooldowns, meaning you need to use them wisely. Taph's first ability is Tripwire. When this ability is used, Taph will place a tripwire on the ground. If the killer will pass through it, the tripwire will alert any survivor near Taph of the killer's location for a few seconds, while also giving the killer slowness 2 for a few seconds. However, the tripwire can be destroyed by being hit by the killer if it's found by them. Taph's second ability is Subspace Trip Mine. When this ability is used, Taph will throw a subspace trip mine on the ground, which will become almost invisible. If the killer steps on the trip mine, it will explode and inflict the killer with a unique effect called subspaced, which makes the killer's movement slightly confusing, while also distorting their screen. However, even Taph can be affected by subspaced if near their trap, so be sure to stay far from the trip mine. I suggest you to use Taph against killers like Jason or Cool Kid, as they both can struggle with dealing with your traps, as they will constantly be slowed down. However, John Doe and 1X can kill Taph easily, as John is basically almost immune to stuns and can be very fast in easy ways, while 1X can simply attack you from far with his abilities, or even immobilize you.